Hello, this is an unboxing for a power supply. It's the Lian Li Edge1000. It's a 1000 watt platinum power supply unit. It's interesting because it's not the usual kind of shape. They've designed it with their large dual chamber cases in mind. And they've kind of made a point of that by making the box sort of edge with an edge in it. They've, you can't help but love them, can you? So anyway, let's get it open and we'll see what's in it. Well, they aren't messing about with the polythene, are they? That's quite thick stuff. Okay, so we've got a little tab there, which I'm going to just pop like that, and then we'll see what happens. We've got some stickers there, so I'll just trim those with the knife. I really need to sharpen this because it's not a particularly sharp blade anymore. And then we'll just lift that up, and then we can lift that flap up. So, they've already over-engineered the box, but anyway, there's a bit of paper. What's that for? It's a big thank you. Lian Li always put little thank you cards in with their products, which is great. Kind of like that. Maybe they could reduce the price by 10p or something, or 50p, or however much it costs them to do it, but anyway, I'm not going to argue with them. The connectors are usable one direction. The cannot insert smoothly. Please insert the other end. They put that in for some reason. It's not a booklet, it's a fold out sheet, and what we've got is various things about the USB, because it's got USB ports on it. So it's not an addendum, it is a manual. There's a breakdown of what connectors you get with it and what cables you get with it, so we've all come to that. There is a package contents: power supply, AC power cord, DC modular cable set, user manual, DC modular cable storage bag, which is nice. So we'll put that to one side. That is a bit of polystyrene. That's the power supply itself, which I'm going to look at straight away because just look at that. Look at that. That is quite something. So it's not your standard box. It's got sort of an L shape to it, and all the connectors are that way, are orientated that way, and there's a whole set of USB connectors there for your devices, and then there's a port there that goes to the motherboard, so it's got like USB breakout port on it. The actual power supply unit, that looks a bit dinged, if I'm being honest, although that was just a sensory thing. I noticed it had a ding in it, but if you look at it, it's got a pattern to it, so they have done that on purpose. So don't be worried if we open yours up and the mesh looks a bit funny. It's meant to be like that because everything is, I don't know how well you can see, it's angular, and I'm trying to rotate it with the camera so you can see it, but it's meant to have not be completely flat. So I'll just move that to one side. That's the actual power supply itself. And we'll go back to the box. There's another box in there, so we'll take that one out and we'll move the big box out of the way, and we'll just see what's in here. DC output cable and accessories. So we'll flick this open and just see what's inside here. And we have some white cable ties, so that's very thoughtful. So fixing screws like that, I'll put those there. There's a nice contrast so you can sort of see them. There is also a white blanking plate. It's got a little notch in it, so I'm guessing that's something to do with the cable. Not quite sure at the moment, but we'll have a look. And then inside here, that's empty now, so we'll chuck that out of the way. Inside here we have a very big box well, a very big bag of stuff. It's all got a bit of a cord on it, so I'll just see if I can unravel that. It might just get tangled up. I don't know how they've done this. So we'll see how we get on with sort of taking it out, if it just pops. The trouble with when you get things tied in a knot, if you don't pull it the way you're supposed to, it just ends up getting tangled up, doesn't it? And ends up actually creating a knot. So I'm just being gentle and sort of teasing it to see where we get to. That is it's an actual little bow in it, so that was quite sweet. And then we'll just open that up like that, and then we'll get everything out. So it's got quite a nice, I think that's quite a nice bag, sort of lycra bag. It's branded Lian Li. So I don't know whether you could carry that around town with you. There's the mains lead, UK 3-pin kettle lead. I don't know what it's fused as, but it might be, it's 13 amp fuse, which is quite a bit of juice, but it'll be fine. So I'll put that there. And then we've got this bag, which has got all the various other bits and bobs in it. So we'll just get in there. If I get my scissors out, we can open that cleanly rather than ripping it. So I'll just cut along here, and we'll open it up cleanly like that. Tip them all out. There is part numbers and quantities on the sticker, so it's obviously a pack that they shove in. So what have we got then? Right, this is the silica desiccant, so not a sweet. Oh, it's got the braided cables, and they've got combs on them. But they're combs that slide. Oh, that's so nice. That is so brilliant. Because the other combs you get sort of clip on, so actually positioning them is quite awkward, because once you clip them on, they're very hard to move. But these are completely adjustable. You can wriggle these. So that's lovely, that is. So that's the PCI Express. That's another PCI Express. And that's another PCI Express as well. That's the PCI Express. Let's getting a bit of a pattern here. No, that's the CPU. So that's the 8-pin power connector for the processor. That one is the main ATX one. Again, it's got these rather nice combs on it, so that has got 2 ports to it for the power supply, and then it's got obviously got the ATX one there. So these are loosely braided, and then you slide the combs along. So that takes care of the motherboard ones mainly. And then what else we got? This is the modern. I'm going to say modern, but this is your funky graphics card power cable. Again, it's got the combs on. That's really rather nice with the combs. It says 600 watts on it. Lian Li aren't going to make ones that blow up, are they? Are they? Anyway, I feel nervous about that. I probably shouldn't, but I do. But it doesn't matter. There's a USB cable, so you've got a USB, and there's a USB header there. So whether they think you should plug that in and then feed the cable out the back. So remember there's the USB there, motherboard signal. So whether you plug that in and then you feed the cable out the back and then plug it into a USB port on the back of the computer, that's going to look a bit weird, but I suppose it's a universal solution, isn't it? So I'm guessing that's where that cover plate comes in. So we'll put those together. And then this one is a Molex, which is interesting because you don't see many Molex things, do you? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 Molex on that. So that gets a little spot for itself. This one is your SATA, loads of SATAs on that. So there's one for SATA there. This is another SATA, but if you look at the shape of it, this one is, they're all sort of close together. So this is going to be probably for drives. So that's going to look pretty sweet when that goes in. So if you've got 4 drives, click, 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 in they go. This is for longer ones. So these are much better spaced. Also, I don't know if you've noticed, but they've all got little Velcro things on. They're not held with twirled up bits of wire. They're held with actual Velcro cable straps. So that's your SATA. That's another SATA there, another SATA. That's the second USB one. So you've got a USB there that goes to a USB motherboard header. So basically, if you haven't got a free port at the back, or you don't want the cable running at the back, you can run the header straight to the motherboard header. It's almost as if Lian Li are a company that know what they're talking about, and they're good. And then this final one is another CPU, but it's the one that splits into 2 4s. So yeah, so this bit of paper, I was expecting a bit more of a manual than this, but it doesn't matter. This bit of paper is basically the manual. It's multilingual, but some bits don't need to be in, you know, that's fairly universal. So those are the different things that you get with it. It's mainly concerned that you're going to put the USB in right. So there's quite a lot of detail about how to get that plugged in correctly so that you don't blow things up. But everything else is pretty much standard. Right, so I hope you like that. This is going in a computer that I'm building for someone, and there'll be videos about that coming as well. If you've got any questions, then stick them in the comments. If it's helpful, then like and subscribe. That will also be helpful for me. I am particularly impressed by the combs, I have to say. I'll just get this PCI Express one out and we'll have a closer look at that, so that is a genuine, it's a very nice Velcro strap. If I slide this out, you can see that the cables are loosely braided. They're individual braided cables, and then you pull, I mean that is lovely. You pull those along. So once you plug them in, once you plug the cables in, you can slide these wherever you want without, they're loose. Oh, that's so nice. Anyway, I'll be quiet about that. Yes, like and subscribe if this was useful to you. Leave a comment. I reply to all the comments. And as ever, thank you for watching.